Yo, what is the math? This your man King Eric, the media assassin in the building, coming at y'all with another video right here. Subscribe to Off the Cuff Radio, subscribe to Screwball Radio. Y'all know the vibes, man. So, with this video here, I want to talk about Pretty Ricky and how they were the last of a dying breed when it came to R&B groups. Now, Baby Blue, Spectacular, Pleasure P, and Slick'em, they came together and formed the group Pretty Ricky, I say around 2005, 2006. And I remember, first of all, hearing the name Pretty Ricky, like, which one of these niggas is Pretty Ricky? But when Grind on Me dropped, instant classic. And see, what made that joint so dope was like they brought that Miami Beach feel to their music. Like it was a happy, feel good vibe, but at the same time it was seductive for the ladies. And see, Baby and Slick'em, they brought that ratchetness, rap style. Like Baby, he could flip the twister flow sometime. Slick'em, he sound more like Plies. Pleasure P, he was more like the soul of the group. He was like, you know, the Ralph Tresvant of the group. And Spectacular, he was the Baby, the pretty boy thug. He'll drop his bars here and there, take his shirt off, throw some Vaseline, some glistening on him, and that'll make the women go crazy. And when they dropped that album, Blue Star, it drove them MySpace hoes crazy. I remember when My Body and Grind on Me and On the Hotline, that was probably on every MySpace chick's page. These dudes were getting it, man. I remember when I seen Pretty Ricky at a back to school special when they did in 2007, I believe, or 2008. It was one of those days. These niggas had the women going crazy. I mean, shoot. They brought some Jodeci vibes there. But they had 2 hit albums. But, of course, eventually, egos come to mix. Pleasure P, he wanted to go solo, which he did. And he ended up being a success before he got caught up in a real serious situation involving molesting some young girl, which he denies to this day. I don't believe he did it. But that definitely put a hurting in the group. And along with his solo career, because his solo career hasn't recovered since. But then, they tried to replace Pleasure P with a dude named Foreplay. That it wasn't really the same. They tried to remake H-Town's Knockin' the Boots. It was alright, but it wasn't Dino. Like, nigga, you ain't Dino. Don't even try that. But even though Pleasure P leaving was a hurtful blow, this blow right here was the icing on the cake right here. And this was the downfall of Pretty Ricky right here. The day when when Spectacular made a challenge to Bow Wow, Omarion, Trey Songz, Chris Brown to a grind off. And we didn't know what it was. We was thinking, no, these niggas about to go hard, man. He about to come back, drop a diss record or something. Little did we know. He backs up. He had some pink drawers on. He did some twirl and just started grinding. And what he was thinking that this was going to be a marketing campaign to bring the ladies back into the mix because they was coming out with a new project. They was to promote their new single, Tipsy, at the time. Little did he know, this thing blew up in his face. This was damage control like a mug. Because see, when niggas do stuff like that, they could usually play it off, be like, oh man, the fellas is hating, man. This only for the women. When the women were clowning this dude, that's where it went downhill from there. That's where it backfired. It was more women doing reaction videos saying this nigga was gay. He look corny doing this. What the F is he doing? And that did it to him right there. See, he couldn't play it off. He couldn't play it off like, man, these niggas hate, but the women love it. So then he had to go back and redo the video again. This time he used black boxers. I remember him even being on Tariq Nasheed's show during that time, and Tariq was clowning him on it too, and he tried to play it off like it was nothing, but the damage was done. The damage is done to where you can't even find that real video. The label or whomever it was, the powers that be, they destroyed that video. You can't even find that video nowhere. But when the group broke up, you know, Spectacular, he went ahead and found success with his new internet marketing platform, which is pretty good. Baby Blue, he caught up in some situation now involving some COVID scam. And Slickum, I don't know what he was doing, but and Pleasure P, he was just trying to recover from those accusations. Because, man, you throw accusations like that on a man, he ain't going to never really recover, even if he didn't do it. That really derailed his career. So they came back together probably around last year. Dropped a song called, I think it was called Body or something. I don't know, but it sounded pretty dope. So we're going to see what these guys got in store, man. I mean, I like the group, actually. Pretty Ricky, I felt, with the last of a dying breed when it came to R&B groups. Because after them, there was no more groups. They brought that Jodeci H-Town energy that was needed. So that's my thoughts about that, man. I mean, if they come back with a good album, I'm definitely supportive, man. 'Cause Pretty Ricky put it down, man. They put out some jams. They have a great chemistry together, and they need one another. So that's what my thoughts about this video, man. Subscribe, hit the like button. King Eric signing out. Let me know what you guys think. Holla.